second beer is coming around.
Yep.
And that's from Frank Boon. Americans might know him as Frank Boon. That's not really right. Two O's in Flemish. It's pronounced O. So Frank Boon. So now you know that uniquely among Americans. I think it's Boon Lambic Gueze.
Got it.
Anybody who is often on the internet talking about beer might know that Frank and I once had a lively discussion about Lambic, and some people might be surprised to see us sit next to each other here and agreeing on almost everything which we're going to do, because it got a little testy at some point. But in the process of that, Frank agreed with me that I should come to his brewery and see what he's doing and talk to him about the thing. And I did that, and it was a great experience, along with us actually. And I have tremendous respect for Frank as a historian and a student of Lambic, the science of it, as well as the history. And I think that you could probably have nobody more informed about the science of it. As Armand said, it's mostly in art, but there is the science there, which is waiting to be cataloged and sorted out, but not too fast, because we mostly like the art of it. Frank may not tell us a whole lot about the science, because it's better to keep an air of mystery about it, I think. But we will try the best we can to pry information out of Frank now. So, at the risk of really damaging everybody's ears, I'm going to pass the mic very slowly, carefully, over to Frank Boon. And Frank will talk about what he does in general and about this beer in particular.
Good evening. Thank you, Dan, for inviting me here. Very happy to be with you. I'll say some words about myself, about the brewery. My name is Frank Boon from the Boon Brewery. I started in Gueze blending and afterwards in Gueze brewing in 1975. So in November it will be 35 years. I started as a Gueze lover. We saw every year so many breweries and blenders closed. And my favorite was a certain Mr. Davids in Lambic, in the village of Lambic. And when he was going to close, he said, I have no successors, and if someone gives me some money for the building, he can have everything. And so I said, wow, that is something for me. And so one day, I could find a nice bank in another city, borrowed me some money, I bought this business, and I started to make Gueze. So in the beginning, it was a Lambic blending. I bought Lambic from two other breweries, and I did that until 1989. But because of one of the breweries was growing, and they said that they couldn't supply me any wort anymore. So it was either maybe stopping or maybe start brewing. So I decided to start brewing and we made the first test brew in 1989, and then start brewing in 1990. So it's about 20 years ago. In the first year it was 9 broods, and then 20 broods, and then more and more and more. Today the brewery has about 113 large wooden casks of about 10 feet tall, and it has a stock of more than 1 million liters of Lambic on oak. Not that the brewery is so large, but you need, as Armand already said, you need a lot of beer to make a little bit of nice Gueze. So, and we're trying to do our best to make a good bottle of Gueze. Now about the beers. All the beers of our brewery are beers of spontaneous fermentation. We have a classical old-style brew house, cast iron mixing vessel, 2 covers, cooling vessel, and we make broods of that would be 42 barrels each day. Brewing starts at 6 o'clock in the morning. The beer goes on the cooling vessel every evening at 7 o'clock in the evening. In winter time, from the beginning of October till the end of April, we brew every day. And then when the Lambic ages in the cask and it's ready, we can blend, as Armand told already, we can blend and make a nice bottle of Gueze. And there is only one problem with Gueze: if it sells too well, it's too young. So I don't know the age exactly of the bottle we are tasting now, but I tasted it. So anyhow, the beer is 18 months average when it is bottled, and I think this must have about 4 months, 3 or 4 months in the bottle. You will taste it is still very winey, still very champagne-like, and if it aged for 1, 2 or 3 years, it will go into evolution more to the first Gueze you tasted. So there is a difference between breweries in taste, but there is also a big difference in age. But both are interesting.